Hey everyone, happy Monday. We are at the Joy Manor Banquet Hall today for our live video. Just the way it worked out, I'm a little bit early. Might happen this way, might be better for me. So if I'm early and you're mad, please don't be mad. Forgive me. But of course, you can watch it anytime you want on your own time. Okay, but we're here. We're in a new month. November, we've got Thanksgiving this month, and as far as dancing, we're doing American Rumba. So our first week, we will be covering the rotating box, and then week 2 is the box with the underarm turn. Week 3 is fifth position breaks, and week 4, which will be cut short because of Thanksgiving, we are doing the promenade swivels. Okay, so that'll be kind of a special week, but I'll make announcements when we get closer to that. Okay, so today we're just going over the elements for the basic box, the rotating box. Very, very simple today to start off the month. You're going to love it. We only have to execute a forward step, a side step, and back steps in our box. Okay. Now, when we're doing American rhythm, though, we do need to execute that with proper posture, poise, and footwork, and of course, our timing. But we'll cover the timing tomorrow. Okay. But today, let's start practicing forward steps, side steps, and back steps with our forward poise. Okay. So remember, what is forward poise? Poise is referring to where your weight is over your feet. Okay. So let's stand sideways. I can have neutral poise, so I'm in the center of my feet, or I could have what we call forward poise. Okay. Kind of like I'm skiing downhill. Notice my spine is still straight. Okay. I did not create forward poise by bending forward, right? Or by bringing just my hips forward, because now my weight's in the balls of my feet too. I keep my spine straight and come forward through those ankles. Okay. We also have back poise, meaning we're mostly back in our heels. Okay, so back poise, neutral poise, and forward poise. Okay, so to execute our box, we do have our forward poise. We do have our feet slightly turned out as well. Okay, we don't dance with parallel feet, but slightly turned out so that we have more surface area to balance while we're doing all our intricate rhythm actions further on in the future. Okay, so now, when you take your step forward, let's just do forward steps first. Make sure that you keep that foot angled out. Okay, sometimes I talk about kicking a soccer ball, because when you kick a soccer ball, you have to use the inside of your foot, right? So when you come forward, make sure you don't, let me just roll up, see my beautiful ankle socks in my legs, that you don't all of a sudden start turning your toes in, right? But that you keep your feet turned out. Okay, so feet turned out, forward poise, and you want to practice stepping forward with that. Now, when you go forward, to keep that forward poise, you want to make sure that you're leading from the chest to keep that forward poise. Because if you lead with anything but the chest, so the feet, right, or the hips, you lose that poise and posture. Okay, so to keep the forward poise when you walk forward, 2 things has to happen. You have to lead with the chest, and then you have to make sure your step is smaller than the amount of space your chest moved. Because if you step right underneath your chest, now I'm upright. I don't have that forward poise, correct? Okay, so make sure you lead with the chest, and then to make sure your step is smaller than your chest is leading to keep that forward poise. If you're brand new to this, it will feel like you're falling into crashing, okay? But with the help of your back and your core muscles and your frame and everything, you'll learn. And then once you add the hip rotation in there, that's going to help keep you from falling, okay? But right now in the beginning, if you feel like you're going to nosedive, you're probably doing it right, okay? So again, feet turned out, right? Forward poise. Practice moving forward, okay? Keeping the poise by moving the chest and then small steps underneath, okay? The other thing is you want to keep the balls of the feet on the floor. So make sure we're not picking up the feet, right? We're not stepping heel first like we do in our smooth dances, right? But we're keeping the balls of the feet on the floor. Okay, so practice that moving forward, and then you're going to practice that moving backwards as well. So over here, feet are turned out. I have the forward poise. Now moving backwards, we have to kind of think of the same thing, because if I just lead like with my head, I'm going to lose my forward poise. So moving backwards, I think about somebody pulling me from my tailbone, right? And that's pulling me back first. Okay, that helps keep my forward poise. All right, and then again, make sure the steps are very small, because if you step big, you're gonna have to send your weight over there in a weird way, and it's gonna send your poise and posture all funky. Okay, so when you're going back, think about somebody pulling from the tailbone so that you can keep that forward poise. Okay, and then lastly, you need to practice stepping to the side. All right, and again, keeping the forward poise, nice small steps. Make sure you're not stepping outside of your own hips, but you're keeping that right underneath you. Okay, right underneath you, closing the feet, keeping the balls of the feet on the floor. We're not picking up our feet. Okay, we want this to be nice and smooth, right? Practice it in both directions, because you will have both directions in your box step. Okay, again, I've got that forward poise as I'm executing this. Okay, so I've got my forward steps leading with the chest, making the steps nice and small, feet turned out. I've got my back step leading with the tailbone, keeping that forward poise, steps nice and small, sliding the balls of the feet on the floor. And I have my side steps, right? Again, keeping them underneath me, nice and small, not outside of my own hips, with my feet turned out. Yes. So those are your basic elements of the rotating box. Okay, you will be stepping forward, you'll be stepping back, and you'll be stepping to both sides at some point in the box. Okay, practice those with your feet turned out, with your forward poise, and with good posture. And then tomorrow we'll start going through the timing and what it looks like for the lead. And then the next day, what it looks like for the follow. Just trying to stand in front of the chandelier. There we go. And then Thursday, we'll put it together with Mike, and Friday, we'll do the common questions. Okay. So that is it, guys. Again, hope you're having a fabulous day. Thanks for being here. I do want to thanks and welcome the new subscribers we have recently. We're constantly growing. I mean, I don't get like 20 subscribers or anything per week, but I do get like 1 or 2 subscribers each week, which I'm super excited about it. This online family is growing, so keep it up, keep sharing. If it's helping you, please let me know, because that encourages me to keep going as well. Okay, guys, so subscribe, like, share, do all those good things that are free for you, great for me, and I'll see you tomorrow, all right? Thanks a million. Bye-bye.